episode number 33 of the Pound for Pound show. My name is Philip, and joining me as always are Ben and Russ. How you gentlemen doing?
Pretty good.
We're doing great.
Good to see you. Good to be back.
Yep.
Good to see you guys as well in this pre-holiday edition of the show. Looking to talk about a fight that seems like we've been waiting forever for this fight, to finally crown like a true undisputed 155-pound champion. It seems like this is the fight we've all been waiting for. So should be an exciting card. But that being said, let's get right to it, boys. The first of two title fights. We've got Dustin Poirier and Charles Oliveira. I almost called him Charles Olivier for some reason. That doesn't even make sense. So, but yeah, I'll throw it over to you guys. I'll throw it to Russ first and then kick it over to Ben. Kind of let me know what you guys expect to see and ultimately how you see this one playing out.
Well, I expect it to be a super exciting fight. Both are exciting fighters, well-rounded. They have every tool. There's no weakness in either of their games. I am having a tough time predicting how it's going to go because they've both been unstoppable, over like the last 5 years. Outside of Poirier's loss to Khabib, that's the only loss. He's won 8 or 9.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, you just don't even count that blemish. And then Charles has won 9 straight. So it's tough to pick a winner in this fight, but I'm taking Dustin by decision. I think he's just a little bit, he's just got a little more heart, I think. I've never seen Dustin quit. I've seen Oliveira quit, even though it's been a long time since he's done that. I've never seen Dustin quit. He's just got the absolute heart of a champion. And I'm a huge fan of, the path he took to the title, like betting on himself and taking that second Conor fight, having a second red panty night and now getting his title shot. So I'd love to see him get the belt. That'd be great.
Yep. I agree with a lot of what Russ said. His heart's going to probably win him this fight. Even though Charlie Olives has looked unstoppable this past five years or so. He's looked in his prime and just strong in every facet of the game. And I could see him submitting Dustin if it goes to the ground because he's got a slick ground game. But I'm going to go with Russ on this. I'm going to say Dustin gets the decision via heart and just the dog in him. He's just... But I will say, if it goes to the ground, Charles might take the fight. But I'm going to pick Dustin. What do you think, Phil?
I almost am in line with you guys. I think either guy could win because they both have so many tools in the toolbox. I think anywhere it goes, either guy is dangerous. But I just think that, to your point, it may be unfair because we've seen him do it in the past and it has been a long time. I think just Dustin's constant pressure is just going to catch up and he's just going to, like you said, he's just going to outgrind him. He's just going to work a little bit harder. I think he gets the finish later in the fight, though. I just think the constant pressure, I think eventually he's just going to wear Charles out. And, I'm going to say a 4th round TKO. I can just see Dustin same way, like when he fought Eddie, the same way, just that constant pressure he puts on you, the constant abuse he puts on you. It's just a lot to hold up to for 5 rounds. Very few guys can stay in there that long with him. And that's how I see this one turning out. So.
Okay.
I like it. Who are you rooting for, Ben? Since this is like your 2 favorite guys outside of like the Reem.
I got to root for
Who are you
Poirier.
rooting for with your heart?
Poirier.
Rooting for Poirier?
I love.
I was just curious because you love them both.
I do love them both, but I'm just hoping for a great fight.
The real question is, Russ, can you ever find it in your heart to root for Poirier after he made you lose that bet and sent you running in the cold?
Absolutely. Poirier, he's the one person that he's very hard to root against. You know what I mean? Even when he was fighting Conor, it's like a Poirier win didn't bother me that bad just because he's so likable and his style is so fun to watch. There's nothing to dislike about him. He's just really cool.
Yeah, he's the type of guy you want to see get rewarded with a win. And, it would be he'd be one of those guys, if he fought his whole career and never had the belt, we'd be talking about what a travesty it is that he never had the belt. So,
right. Yeah, I hold no grudge against Dustin for that.
I mean, secretly you do a little bit, but that's okay.
I probably did for like the week afterwards where my feet were destroyed because your stupid stipulation of the barefoot. But
you're the one who chose to run where they salted. That was a poor decision on your part.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
I thought that was the rules.
It was clearly agreed upon before the bet. So you made a bad bet. You paid the price.
I'll accept that.
He did it though. He did it, man. So
yeah, All hats off to him in our most ever viewed video by a long shot.
Oh, it is. It's
Yeah,
got
we
like
got to get back
900
to doing
views or
some
something.
stupid stuff.
No, I swear to God, I was just going to bring that up. I had a friend tell me, you guys got to do more of those stunts. Those are fun to watch. Like
We got to figure out something that's, we got to figure out
God.
extra stupid stuff though, because people were not interested in seeing me and Ben run a marathon. Like that did not get the views that Russ did. So.
I don't know. It's something to do with the thumbnails and all that. It's just weird. It's just weird, but
we'll figure out something.
Yeah, we'll figure out something.
The wheel needs to do it. Could make a comeback. So, but we can't always be agreeing on fights. And then, like it's hard to bet when there's nothing to bet on.
Right.
No, I know you still owe the one chip, Phil.
Yeah, I've got it. Like anytime.
Also we have spins. I have notes. I kept notes.
Yeah.
We have spins to do.
Yeah. I've got the chip is waiting. I'm ready.
Maybe that could be done Saturday.
Let's do it Saturday.
Possible. Yeah, I even offered to record an episode of the show like while I ate the chip, to see if I could make it through like narrating a show while I'm in like living hell.
Phil, please bring that chip on Saturday. We're doing that chip Saturday. Is that cool?
I could possibly do that. I wasn't 100% even committed to being there Saturday, but it sounds like you guys are painting me in a corner here. So
yeah, I'm not. If you can't make it, you can't make it.
He's got to make it.
If I'm there, the chip will be there with me. So
okay, that's great. Okay.
Yeah, I won't show up chipless. So if I'm there, the chip will be there.
All right.
And we'll make it happen one way or the other. I don't know how much I'll enjoy this pay-per-view, but
it only lasts like a half an hour.
Yeah, that's not what Michelle said. And she usually eats really hot stuff, and it made her like physically sick. She actually told me she was going to die. So
yeah, that's great.
She's fairly dramatic, but she made it sound like, because I was going to do one because we had an extra chip. I was going to do one with her that day, but I had to work the market the next day. And she's like, don't do it. She's like, you won't be able to work tomorrow. And I was like, I don't know that it's that
extreme.
No, you like spicy stuff. You'll probably no sell it. Like,
I'll try.
I don't really like spicy stuff, and I survived it. You know what I mean? It was hot as hell, but like an hour later, I was fine.
Yeah. Well, if I make it, I'll definitely bring the chip. So
yes.
And I plan on, and I'm gonna do my best to be there. It's been a 7-day work week, and it's like 6 a.m. both Saturday and Sunday, so it's gonna be a rough one. But I do my best to make it.
Yeah, that'd be great if you could make it, Phil.
Cool. But we're getting way off topic. I'm sure that people do not care about any of this. So let's get back to talking about fights, and we can discuss this afterwards. So sounds like we're all in agreement that Dustin's gonna get it done. It'll be glorious. But there's another title fight, and I'm going to ask you guys, is it just a little bit of maybe the UFC selling this fight, or do we think that it's actually going to be a competitive fight? I know we've got Amanda Nunes defending her belt against Juliana Pena, and it seems like a lot of the pros are saying this is going to be one of Amanda's toughest defenses now. And again, it reminded me of back in like when Anderson was in his title run, and people be like, oh, Travis Lutter, he's got that ground game. He's going to make it tough, So I'll throw it to you, Ben, and then over to Russ, kind of get your guys' thoughts. Do you guys see this being dangerous, or do you see it going the way that the last few Amanda fights have gone?
I got a question, Phil. Who are the pros that are saying this is going to be one of the toughest title defenses?
All right, it was Chael, and he says crazy.
Chael's.
I thought you said pros.
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a weird thing with Chael. Like I hated him in his career. I find him weirdly entertaining.
I do too.
He says a lot
little
of things bit. That just
stupid.
I just can't even believe he's talking, and I'm like, he's got to be trolling us, right? Like, is he really? He can't really believe what he's saying.
He says
right
so
now.
much stupid stuff like that.
I know,
but it's funny. It's entertaining.
I love it.
But all right, I will. Isn't it obvious? Amanda Nunes is going to get the win, probably by knockout. Pena's got nothing for her. What does Pena have that can win the fight against Nunes? Just
so
tell
the
me.
Selling point is that she's a bigger, stronger girl that has really good wrestling.
Yeah.
And Nunes struggled with wrestlers earlier in her career.
I think she's worked on that. I don't think she's struggled with any wrestlers as of late, if I can remember correctly. So
I don't think she's fought any wrestlers as of late.
Oh, you have a
I'm
good
trying
point
to sell
there.
a fight here.
You have a good point. I don't care though. I'm just going to take Nunes via knockout. I don't even care. What do you think, Russ?
Yeah, it's I mean, there's going to be no debate here. Like everybody's going to pick Nunes. She's who's saying Pena's bigger? Like Nunes is way bigger.
Nunes is huge.
Yeah, she's huge. You know, she's the
No, I don't think
145
anyone said
champ.
she's bigger than Nunes. I think they said
Oh,
she's
she's
one of
just
her
big?
bigger of the people she's been fighting, especially at 135. That she's
I think it's a kind of ridiculous fight. You know, she's on a 1-fight win streak. That's not even a streak. And, you know, she's talked her way into it by winning one fight. And I don't even know how they're trying to sell it as like a competitive fight. Nunes is going to destroy her. I think it's like,
well, I just told you how they're trying to sell it. And I was asking you guys if you were buying it, which clearly you're not.
No, the way they should sell it is they should show like clips of like Demetrius near the end of his run and like Anderson near the end of his run when, like, you know, they just get bored and lose, because that happens to every champion at some point.
It's true.
But this isn't that fight for Nunes. She's not bored. And Juliana's not good enough, even if she was bored. Like, this is the most interesting thing about this fight is this is the last hurdle to clear to get that third Shevchenko fight. Like,
yeah, this is just a setup fight.
let Nunes go and wreck her and then give us that fight. Ideally, what would be the coolest thing I was thinking is if they told her right away, like, this is the next fight we're booking. You can take like 6 months, cut down to 130, make it a little more fair for Shevchenko, because that's the problem. I mean, it's not going to happen. They'll do it at 135 again, but that's the one big advantage Nunes has over Shevchenko.
It is a big advantage, but Shevchenko won the last time they fought at 135.
I'm not disagreeing. And you know, she could still possibly win, but I'm just saying, like, you know, make it a little more fair. If you're the best woman fighter on the planet, don't make, you know, a 125 fighter go all the way up to fight a girl that's the champion of 145. Even she'll cut to 135. She'll still be 20 pounds bigger on fight night almost.
Oh, I agree 100%, but I don't think that they're going, you know, I don't think because then if she were to lose that fight, then it would be the built-in excuse that she had to cut all the way down to 130. You know, I think they're doing it. There's no way they wouldn't do it at 135.
No, I agree. I'm just saying a dream scenario would be cool if they gave her enough notice, you know, to make the cut like real healthy down to 130. It's not like she's like shred city always, you know, she could lose that extra 5 pounds if she really wanted to. But either way, give us that Shevchenko Nunes third fight. That's the fight. That's the dream fight.
That's the fight.
It certainly seems like it, but it seems like that. At least I think that might be getting closer, because before it seemed like the UFC wasn't interested, Nunes was interested, and Shevchenko wasn't interested. But Shevchenko's made it pretty clear that she thinks Amanda is shying away from that fight. So now that
she's interested,
she told her, she's like, well, I think I won the second fight, and she's like, I think she's avoiding it. So she's kind of fueling the fire. So let's hope that we get it.
She said on Rogan, when Rogan said, like, would you do the third fight with Nunes? She's like, do you know something I don't know? Like, she's like, thought like Rogan had like an inside track that it was booked already.
Right.
She's down. So let's have
her. She is. She's never backed down from a fight.
Yeah.
That's huge for legacies.
Right. And it's really the only fight to make for either one of them at this point. Like, you know, I respect that they wanted to stay in their weight classes and things like that, but they're getting to that same point that, you know, Usman is at, that they're like lapping their weight classes. There's not a whole lot left for either one of them to do. You know, like,
she's a minus 910 favorite.
Right.
Minus 910.
Right. And this is one of the more dangerous fights that she has. So, and then the same thing, like the Bullet last fight was like minus 1100. Yeah. And then, you know, who is she going to fight next?
There's no one.
I don't know. I mean, it's Nunes. That's why this should be the last fight to make it happen. They've destroyed their divisions. There's nobody left.
Nobody left.
It certainly seems that way.
Just do it.
It seems that way, but she's got to get past Pena first.
Oh.
Got to get past Pena first. See if Uncle Shale knows something that we don't. So. But some other fun fights on this card, you know. I think the Pedro Munoz Cody Garbrandt fight is going to be good. I mean, Pedro Munoz Dominic Cruz. Sorry, my apologies. I mixed up the fight. So
that is a good fight.
That one should be a good one. Garbrandt is on the card. You know, obviously he's always exciting. Ben will obviously be getting the cards, so because Sugar Sean O'Malley is on there, and you know Ben loves to see him always.
Yes.
And then, you know, we'll call it Ben's sleeper banger of the night. We got Josh Emmett and Dan Ige. Guaranteed fireworks there, I would say. Russ's boy Ty is on the card.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, he's on a 3-fight win streak. I'm excited
That's
to
awesome.
see that actually.
He's a great
There
dude.
you go. Yeah,
I like Kai.
should be an exciting night of fight. So anything else you guys wanted to add to that, or anything you want to talk about, then we can throw it over to Russ for some best bets, and we can let the people, go watch this chill video talking about convincing them in this title fight.
I will not be hate watching Chael like you do. I'm not a fan.
It's not even hate watching. It's
Really?
just it's like a morbid curiosity. Like he has mastered the art of like putting up like thumbnail lines. Like I'm like, what? I have to know what he's going to say about this.
No joke.
And
He's like got the most off the wall opinions that you have to click on. Like
he's the master of clickbait. You're saying?
Hear me out. Rose Namajunas versus Amanda Nunes. Hear me out.
Yeah,
that's Chael in a nutshell.
Yeah, when just go to his channel and look at like the titles of his videos, and you'll be like, I have to know how he thinks this. Like, I got to know what he's gonna say.
Stupid.
And you guys know I've never been a Chael Sonnen fan. Like, I used to I'm like, oh my god, I hope the next person bashes his face in. So it's but it's just a morbid curiosity of like how he how he connected the dots to reach this conclusion.
Hey, I will add something though before Russ's best bets. That Sergio Pettis knockout. Ooh, that was very nice against Kyoji Horiguchi. Spinning back fist, man. I'll throw the highlight in there. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think it was something that he landed like 10 strikes that fight. He was getting just owned the entire fight, and then just out of nowhere, if you guys haven't seen it, insanity.
Crazy. Just crazy.
The Pettis bros, man. They just know how to throw a Hail Mary and get it done when they're losing. Like,
That's very true. Very true.
They're tough MFers.
Yeah, possibly the only people that could even contest Yair Rodriguez for Hail Mary knockout.
Nothing even contests that. Nothing. I was the most unbelievable knockout of all time. But we'll get to Russ's best bets if you guys are cool with that.
Let's do it. Russ, make the people some money.
All right, I got some good ones for this week. I got 4 for this week. In the main event, I'm taking over 2.5 rounds for Dustin and Charles. It's plus 110 for the over 2.5 rounds. I think it's going to be a battle. I don't see either of them being finished unless like there's a quick submission by Charles, which it seems like, odds are against that happening. And then I'm taking also in the main event plus 250 to go the distance. So it goes the distance. We win both bets.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and then I'm taking Tai Tuivasa against Sakai. Tai's plus 110. Huh?
Told you that was his boy.
Of course I liked him before he beat the hell out of Greg Hardy, but after that, I'm a fan for life. Like, he got me. So that's a pick 'em against Sakai. And then I'm taking Kai Kara France plus 120 versus Cody. I think Cody's best days are behind him. He's lost 4 or 5 and he just doesn't look as good lately. So I think he could lose this one as well. And as an underdog, I like France. He's puts on good fights. He's only lost a couple in his last 5, and they were against very good fighters, Royval and Moreno. So
I like those.
Should be
some good bets.
Fight. It seems like they're setting up. It seems like they're trying to like kind of fantasy book like O'Malley versus Cody. Putting him in back-to-back fights right on that card. I'm sure there'll be trash talk, and they want them both to win and then set up that fight. That seems like their plan, but they both have kind of tough fights. That dude O'Malley's fighting is no chump. He's like got a very good record.
Good.
Yeah.
But isn't Cody a weight class below O'Malley now or no?
Yeah, he did go down, but I still think they're going to fight. I still think, Cody has been talking crap, and like the embeddeds even about it. Like,
has he?
Sean was not Cody, but either way, they've been talking crap about each other for months. So it's going to happen.
Good.
And it's no coincidence that they're back to back on the card.
That'd be a fun fight if it does happen, if it comes to fruition.
Yep. They both got to win. That's the key.
That's it.
It'll be the first time you've seen Ben flying the Cody flag.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of either, but whatever.
Right. But I'm sure you'd pick him over Sean O'Malley.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I was surprised when I was looking at his record. I did not realize he had lost 4 or 5. I knew he was like on kind of a cold streak, but that's crazy because you think of Cody as like kind of like an elite fighter.
For sure.
Yeah.
4 or 5. So what was it? 2 TJ and then who else?
Let me see. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I had it.
His
Hold up,
only
I
win
looked
was
at it
that
earlier.
crazy knockout against, who was that? Munoz?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was his only one. Let's see. He lost to Rob Font. No, the crazy knockout was to a Sun Tzu. And then he lost to Munoz and 2 against Dillashaw. So he's lost 4 or 5.
That's crazy.
Prior to that,
man.
he had won like 100 in a row and was undefeated. But
Yeah,
it went off the rails pretty quick after TJ wrecked him.
that's nuts, man.
And now we could get a TJ Jose fight. That's
God, that
Man.
fight.
rumored.
Oh, that
Yeah.
fight is ridiculous.
Look at.
Who
Look
doesn't
at
want that freaking fight, man?
people who hate entertainment?
2 absolute maniacs.
Yeah, that'll be a fun fight.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fight. That's a fight for the fans. You know,
It
that's
is.
one.
It
That's
really
like
is.
not quite the same level, but that's like booking Chandler Gaethje. It's like, let's give one to the fans. Like,
For real.
Yeah.
yeah, whatever the main event is, that'll be the fight. People, that's the people's main event right there.
For sure. You can headline anything with that, any arena
Right.
with that fight.
That's true.
Such an
Yeah.
awesome fight.
Some
Yeah,
fights you just
no
look at
doubt.
on paper and just go, that fight is fireworks. That there's
Yeah.
not many,
You're
and you
like,
just
yes.
that is one of them. I mean, with the exception of Ngannou Lewis, that was supposed to be, but it was not.
well, once in a while, there's always anomalies. Like things happen. Like even like I'm not obviously not a flag waving fan of either, but it's like I don't think there's any chance if they fought again that would happen. I think
No,
it would,
not a chance in hell.
I would still get amped up because I would be like someone's going to sleep. So
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. What else? was
yeah,
there?
anything else you guys wanted to cover? Or I think that's it.
Uh,
Russ,
I think that's it for this week. Yeah.
No,
Russ
but but we should bring back the wheel. We're gonna bring back the wheel and the stunts. The fans are demanding it. So.
one dude,
Yeah.
which is fine. Like I enjoyed doing it. Like I'm fine with it. But yeah, like I don't know that it, like I didn't see like tons of comments. Oh my God, where's the wheel? Like I don't know.
No.
Yeah. It's just they're not vocal, but they want it.
They
Everybody
want
wants
it. Yes, Russ
It's
knows
not a
it.
vocal community, but
Here at the Pound for Pound Show, we give the people what they want. They demand the wheel.
Hey.
The wheel's coming back.
You can't argue with like 900 views on that video. Russ's run. I mean, our videos might not have done as hot, but Russ, that first one.
I've just gotten over the trauma from the durian fruit. So let's not put that back on the wheel. okay?
Yeah.
Oh man, no. I think every other section should be durian.
Everything
God.
needs to be naked from now on, or at least half naked, because that's what does it. I swear to God. You include that dude or chick, and there's gonna get views. You know what I mean?
Hey, if we're going to get 1,000 views next time, we'll just go full nude. Okay.
Yeah. I'll use the freaking censor blocks and all that.
Oh man. It is that time of year. We could bring back like the Frozen Lake Challenge.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. I'm down. Unless I lose the bet, then I'm not down.
I mean, I don't want to be the one to break it to you guys, but I've done that before, and I promise you will regret it. So
Oh, you don't have to tell me that you've done that before. Where
Yes.
did you do that? In Maryland or here?
yeah, in Maryland. Yeah. But
Oh.
plus we live like right at Lake Erie's 5 minutes away, man. Sterling State Park is right down the road. You can do it anytime.
That's so crazy. What did
But
it
yeah,
feel
it's,
like?
Awful.
Probably pretty similar to Lake Superior.
Yeah, and I run in the cold. And
Yeah.
I run in the cold
That was
almost every
freaking
day.
freezing. Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do
I
too.
run-
Yeah, I run the cold as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I run in the cold daily, and it's an entirely different level. Like you get
Yeah,
out in the cold elements and go in the water, it is not enjoyable.
There's
So
no preparation for it. It's just system shock, and
it just sucks. That's
yeah,
all there
I
is.
can't
to it.
imagine. I can't.
And that's
Imagine.
coming from someone who doesn't mind the cold at all.
Same. I can't imagine. I don't want to do that.
It's awful.
We'll put it on the wheel, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah, we'll put it up. That's why. Hey, you gotta you play to win. That's why. So
And the
So
wheel's
stay-
making a comeback. Just let's
Stay
get
w-
that straight.
you're really hyping the wheel. Like,
I
really,
am.
you're gonna,
What's
you're
coming
gonna have
back?
to edit some. You have to edit some pictures of the wheel into the final product. So.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we will let everybody go. I hope you guys enjoy the fights, and we will see you guys soon. Have a good one.
See ya.